So we're starting standing this evening. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back to your practice. So you're coming to the top of your mat and your big toes can touch or your feet can be hip distance. That is entirely up to you. So whatever feels good in your body as you make your way there this evening. Or for the folks who are going to watch this video, whatever time of day you are indulging. And so once you have come to stand at the top of your mat, ground down through the four corners of your feet. So that is the inner and outer portions of the balls of your feet and the inner and outer portions of your heels. And then rise your toes up and spread them out. And then pad each toe down individually, one at a time. And so if you're watching, you may notice that my eyes are closed. So you can certainly come there and tune into yourself immediately, or if you need to watch me, please feel free to keep your eyes open. I'm going to keep mine closed because it helps to give me a little deeper introspective as I come into the present moment. And then once you have done those little movements with your feet, keep a soft bend in your knees. So bring your attention to your knees, and you want them to be soft yet sturdy. So the best way to make your way there is to just have a gentle bend in the knees. And then gently tucking your tailbone forward and up towards your belly button. So letting your attention travel up to the area of your hips. And as you do that little tuck of the tailbone, notice how that helps to lengthen your lumbar spine. So the area of your lower back is your lumbar spine. And letting your attention travel up over your core. So as you do that, you're going to just gently engage your belly button. So just a gentle press of the belly button back towards the back body. And so you'll just feel those muscles there slightly turn on as you do that. And then letting your attention travel up through your heart space and rest on the tops of your shoulders. So letting your shoulders just soften down your back away from your ears. And notice how you can also just kind of let your arms and hands hang heavy at the same time. So just notice how that changes the trajectory of what you're feeling in those areas of your body. And then letting your attention travel up over your throat and around your neck and into your head. So into the space, the very top of your body. And just gently draw your head forward and down. So as if you're gazing forward. If your eyes are open or slightly open, perhaps you are gazing forward with your eyes. Actually, if your eyes are closed, you can just kind of envision and bring your visual behind your eyelids. I'm lucky to be standing in this space where the sun is shining down, so I get a nice bright visual behind my eyelids. And work to release and soften your face and jaw. Bring your tongue off of the roof of your mouth. And just feel how your head and neck stack directly over your torso. And so I have a long neck, so sometimes I have a tendency for my head to float further forward over my torso than it should. So you just want to kind of work to bring all of these areas in line with each other. And if you have not done so already, close your eyes down and begin to tune in to the natural rhythms of your breath. And so this week's theme begins a series of themes. And these themes are going to be peak postures in our sequences. So basically what we're going to do is I choose a posture each week. This week it's our Vrksasana tree pose. And the beginning and middle of the sequence will be all about postures that work to help build us up to coming into tree pose. And so some benefits of our lovely Vrksasana tree pose. This posture improves balance and stability because you're standing on one leg. It also improves concentration. It helps to open the hips and strengthen the legs and the core. And it also helps to improve your posture. And this pose, of course, is a great way to feel grounded and steady, just like a tree. That's one of the reasons I believed it is named tree pose. And so the history of tree pose, tree pose or Vrksasana, the Sanskrit word Vrksha means tree and asana means pose, so Vrksasana. It's a balancing posture. It's been practiced for centuries. Early depictions in Indian stone carvings dating back to the 7th century. So it's historically associated with meditation, penance, and stability, and it represents the grounding and reaching nature of trees, as I had just mentioned. Some key historical and mythological roots. So the penance of Bhagiratha. So the pose is often associated with King Bhagiratha. He was a legendary figure who, according to myth, stood on one leg for 1,000 years to persuade the gods to bring the sacred river Ganges from heaven to earth. And this posture is also sometimes called Bhagirathasana. That's a mouthful. In reference to this act of immense focus and determination. So as we move throughout our practice this evening, and we work towards our lovely standing tree pose, may we obtain or contain the same amount of immense determination that our King Bhagiratha also contained way back when. Place one palm on your belly and the other palm to rest on your heart space. Take a deep breath in to expand. Feel your palms rise up from the space they are resting. And then as you breathe out, feel those areas relax back down towards your back body. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale to expand. Fullest, deepest inhale. Maybe you even rise your shoulders up here. And then exhale. Release. Navel back towards the spine. Inhale, expand, feeling your palms rise up. And then exhale to release, letting your navel fall back towards your spine. And on your next inhale, see if you can keep your eyes closed. Just begin rocking from one foot to the other. So you may want to adjust the stance of your feet. Perhaps they're just a little bit wider to help with balance. So balance and stability is one of the key aspects of our practice this evening. And so you're just beginning to rock from side to side and perhaps coming into a sway here. So letting your head be nice and heavy, so perhaps your head falls from side to side. So just beginning by a little gentle movement to awaken your body, gently awaken your body, and release any stuck energy you have. So noticing where that stuck energy may be and just breathing into that. Breathing slow and deep. And then perhaps your movements get a little deeper. You release your hands, your palms from resting on your body, and then perhaps you get your arms into these movements. So just letting the movement be nice and fluid, moving in any way that feels good. Help open up a little bit here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale to sigh it out and release. Take another breath in here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, come back to center, back to stillness, to release. And keeping your eyes closed to listen, or perhaps you slowly flutter them open if you need to watch me. You're going to bring your feet back to your hip distance stance or big toes touch. Next inhale, we're going to circle the arms up and out. Tuck the tailbone up. Reach your fingertips high. Keep your shoulders and face soft. Exhale, you're going to grab a hold of left wrist with right hand, and you're going to lean your body over to the right. This is our crescent moon pose. Take a deep breath in, tuck the tailbone forward and up, shrug that left shoulder down the back, and then exhale, see if you can bring your gaze under your left arm. Beautiful. Take another breath in here, and breath out. We come back to center, breath in, reach the fingertips high, breath out, same other side. So grabbing a hold of right wrist with left hand, and we're going to lean over to the left. Take a deep breath in, tuck the tailbone up towards your belly button. Shrug your right shoulder down your back. Breath out, let your gaze come up under your right elbow or your right arm. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. While your gaze is up, keep your shoulders and face soft. And then exhale, you're going to heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. See if you can keep looking up while you do this. Take a deep breath in, retuck the tailbone, face your palms forward. Breath out, soft bend in the knees. You're hinging at the hips and you're pretending that you have a wall in front of you that you are stroking with your fingers. And we eventually meet in our wide-legged forward fold. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in right here. And then breath out. Let the crown of the head come down closer towards the earth. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale, navel to spine. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, rise up to a flat back from this position. Place your right fingertips directly in the center of your feet. Feel your heart open to the left and left fingertips float up towards the sky. So we're twisting here. Beautiful work. Exhale to stay. Inhale, peel your heart open even more to the left. Left fingertips go up higher. And exhale, fullest, deepest inhale here. Exhale to release. Inhale, same other side. So you're switching sides. Left fingertips in between your feet. Right fingertips go up to the sky to the right. Exhale to stay. Inhale, peel that right shoulder down the back. Right fingertips up even higher, maybe. Exhale to release, to fold. Inhale, we rise up once again to a flat back. Exhale, you're going to heel toe your left foot in just a little bit towards the center. So you still want to keep it out further than the left hip. And then you're going to step your right toes back towards the back of the mat and drop your right knee to the earth. Your hands are going to come on the inside of your left foot. And you may want a nice little blanket. Blankets and blocks are over there, by the way. You may want a nice little blanket underneath of that knee. This floor is kind of hard. Your back knee. Keeping your left knee in towards your left arm. You can also always place blocks under your hands. Take a deep breath in through the nose right here. Breath out. See if you can lower your hips down closer to the earth. And while you do this, see if you can keep that left knee tucked in toward your body. So nice deep hip opening posture here. This is our lizard pose. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. See if you can work with your breath and get your hips to lower even more on the exhales. Take one last breath in here. Breath out. We're going to begin to float our hips back towards our back heel. Take a breath in to float forward. Shoulders down the back. Heart pulls through. Breath out. Let your hips float back towards the back heel. So you do not have to straighten that front leg all the way. This is more about hip opening than it is about hamstring lengthening. But if you can, that's great. Next breath in, float your hips forward. And then breath out, hips back towards the back heel. Breath in, we're going to float forward one last time. And then breath out, we're going to remove the blocks if we have them. Place your hands on either side of your left foot, squiggle it in towards center, straighten the back leg, tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears. And then breath in, we kick off of that back foot, right big toe meets the left. Breath out, nose towards knees to fold. Next breath in, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up, palms touch up top, tuck the tailbone up, shoulders are soft. Breath out, we land our palms at heart center. Beautiful work. So we're going to start again by inhaling, circling the arms out and up. Reach your fingertips up high. And then breath out, grab a hold of right wrist with left hand and lean your body over to the left. So we're coming back to that crescent moon pose once again. Take a breath in to tuck the tailbone forward and up, soften the shoulders down. Breath out, shrug the right shoulder down the back and bring your gaze under your right eye. Beautiful work. Take a breath in through the nose right here. And breath out to stay. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we rise back up, reach the fingertips high. And then exhale, same other side. So grab a hold of left wrist and then lean your body over to the right. Take a breath in through the nose, tuck the tailbone up, shrug the left shoulder down the back. Breath out, bring your gaze under your left arm, if you can. Take a breath in through the nose right here. And breath out to stay. Next breath in, we reach the fingertips high, tuck the tailbone forward and up. Shoulders and face are soft. Breath out, see if you can challenge yourself to keep your gaze up and heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. Next breath in, we face our palms forward. Breath out, hinge at the hips, soften the knees, and stroke the wall in front of you with your fingertips, that pretend wall. Next breath in, we rise up to a flat back right here. Breath out, see if you can get the crown of your head closer down towards the earth. And perhaps as you're here, we'll be here for a couple of breaths, perhaps as you're here, you bring opposite hands to opposite elbows and begin to sway from side to side. Shake your head, yes and no. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, take another breath in right here. And breath out, come back to center, back to stillness. Next breath in, release the grip of the elbows if you have it. Place your right fingertips directly in between your feet. And breath out, we're going to peel our heart open to the left and reach your left fingertips up towards the sky. Beautiful work. Take a deep breath in, shrug the shoulders down the back. Feel all of the places that this lovely movement helps to open. Breath out to stay. Take another breath in, peeling the heart open. And then breath out, float the left fingertips down. Breath in, same other side. Peeling your heart open to the right, right fingertips up high. Breath out to stay. Breath in, reach those right fingertips even higher. And breath out to stay. One last breath in here. Breath out to release. Fingertips touch the earth. Next breath in, we rise up to a flat back. This gives us a little space. And then breath out, we're going to heel toe that right foot in just a little bit. Bring your hands inside of the right foot. And then step your left foot back, dropping your left knee down to a pad or the earth. Your hands are on the inside of the right foot. Perhaps if you did so on the other side, or not. Perhaps you rest your hands on your blocks. Take a deep breath in, shrug the shoulders down the back. Breath out, keeping that right knee close as you can in towards the body. You're going to sink the hips down towards the earth. And you can play around with actually leaning that knee out. That does open up other areas of the hips. It is much more intense in my book. And I like to keep things sometimes on the less intense side. I think a regular yoga practice is intense enough. Take a deep breath in, shrug the shoulders down the back. Imagine that you have a string coming out from the crown of the head, rising all the way up to the heavens above. And then exhale from that point. See if you can sink your hips lower down towards the earth. Take another deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Perhaps you even close your eyes down and breathe into all the lovely sensations. Take one more breath in here. And breath out. Next breath in, we're going to back our hips up towards that back heel. So remember, it's not necessary to completely straighten that front leg. Breath out to stay. Breath in, we rock back forward. So just 3 of these. One more time. Hips down towards the earth. Breath out. Hips back towards the back heel. Chin in towards the chest maybe. Breath in, rocking yourself forward once again. And then breath out. Hips back towards that back heel. Next breath in, we float forward once again. We're going to move our blocks out of the way, so off to either side. Surround your front foot with both hands. Squiggle that foot back into center. And then breath out, we are going to straighten our back leg. Tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take a deep breath in right here. Firm in through your core. Breath out, left big toe meets the right, and nose towards knees to fold. Keeping your head and arms heavy, chin in toward your chest. Ground down to the four corners of the feet, spread out to the toes. Next breath in, we're going to peel ourselves up through our zombie raise. And then breath out, we meet in our Tadasana. Mountain pose. I always have to readjust my shirts. I like wearing baggy shirts, but it doesn't work very well for a yoga practice. Next breath in, tuck the tailbone forward and up towards the belly button, shoulders down the back. Breath out to stay. We're going to come into our sun salutations as the sun is gloriously shining in through this lovely window. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Fingertips reach up high. Exhale, touch your palms together. Let them travel down through heart center as you hinge at the hips to fold. Inhale, hands on the shins as we rise up to a flat back, shoulders down the back. Exhale, you're going to plant your fingertips and step your right toes back, dropping your right knee down to a pad or the earth. Inhale, float your fingertips forward and up, torso stacks over the hips. Gently draw your right hip forward, left hip back. So that's also known as scissoring your inner thighs together. Shoulders are soft, and then exhale, lower your hips down towards the earth. And then let your gaze come up high. Take a deep breath in right here. Breath out, circle the arms down and around. Fingertips frame the front foot. Breath in, straighten the back leg. Tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears. Maybe you even get light in your fingers. Woohoo, look at you go. Breath out, plant your palms and make your way to your downward facing dog. So first down dog of the class. Perhaps you pedal feet, bend knees, shake your head yes and no. Finding a little movement here. Perhaps you remain still wherever you are in the posture. Be sure to press down through the four corners of your palms and grip your mat with your finger pads, drawing the tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, take another breath in here. And breath out to come back to center, back to stillness. Chin in towards the chest. Inhale, float your body forward into your plank pose. You can always drop knees down right away. Exhale, actually, lower knees, chest and chin down to the earth. Inhale, peel your heart up, Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Gaze goes up high. Exhale, curl toes, hinge hips. Downward facing dog. Next inhale, we're going to float the right toes up to the sky behind us. You can always keep your bottom knee, your left knee down, if that is more stable for you. Exhale, chin in towards the chest, round the spine, right knee towards nose, and however you can get it there, you're stepping your right foot in between your hands. So right foot all the way up to the top of the mat. You can, or you should, actually step your right foot over towards your right hand just a little bit, and then step your left toes over towards the left long edge of the mat. So we're going to come into a high lunge position, and this is much more stable in the legs. Next breath in, float the fingertips forward and up, torso stacks over the hips. So we're in our high lunge position. So to build up for our tree pose, not only do we need to engage through our core and have hip opening postures, we also need to strengthen our legs. Take a deep breath in, reach high through the fingertips, engage through your core. Exhale, float your fingertips forward and lean your torso down. Take a deep breath in to reach firmly through your fingertips. Breath out, step the left big toe to meet the right, keep the knees bent. Take a breath in, reach the fingertips high, Vrksasana chair pose. Breath out, sit your hips down low. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, float the fingertips down and out, swan dive down, nose towards knees to fold. Take a deep breath in through the nose right here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, take another deep breath in. And exhale, ground down firmly through the four corners of the feet, spread out through the toes. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up. Palms touch up top. Tuck the tailbone up. And then exhale. Palms land at heart center. So we're going to do all of that on the other side. Next breath in, our pressed palms are going to float up high, tuck the tailbone up. Breath out, swan dive down, hinge at the hips, leading with the heart to fold. Next breath in, hands on the shins, we rise up to a flat back, shoulders down the back. Breath out, we plant our fingertips and we step our left toes back this time, dropping our left knee down to a pad or the earth. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Breath in, we float the fingertips forward and up, stack the torso over the hips. Breath out, sink your hips down low. Reach your fingertips up high and your gaze goes up. Scissoring your inner thighs towards each other keeps the hips in line with the front short edge of the mat. Take a deep breath in, reach high through the fingertips. Breath out, we circle the arms out nice and wide. Fingertips frame the front foot. Next breath in, we straighten the back leg. So that's our left leg. Tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears. Maybe you get light in your fingers this time. Maybe you do not. Breath out, plant the palms. Step, step. Downward facing dog. Running down through the four corners of the palms, grip the mat with the finger pads. Next breath in, bend the knees. Heels and hips go up high towards the sky. And breath out, heels and heart melt down towards the earth. Next breath in, we're going to float the left toes up to the sky behind us this time. See if you can keep your shoulders squared, and you can always keep the right knee bent and down on the earth. Breath out, round the spine, chin to chest, knee to nose. Float the shoulders over the wrists, and however you can get it there, you're stepping your left foot in between your hands. And we're going to heel toe the left foot off just a little bit to the left, and then walk the right foot over to the right just a little bit. So standing like you're standing on railroad tracks. Next breath in, strong in our legs. We float our fingertips forward and up towards the sky. Left knee stacked over left ankle. Breath out, scissor your inner thighs towards each other once again, and sink down into that left knee. Take a breath in through the nose, reach high through the fingertips. Breath out, we're going to get daring, and we're going to lean our torso forward, reaching through your fingertips. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, right big toe meets the left, knees are bent. Breath in, float your fingertips up high. Vrksasana, chair pose. Breath out, see if you can sit your hips down low. Beautiful work. Take one breath in here. Breath out. Float your nose down towards your knees. Crown of the head down towards the earth. Keeping a soft bend in the knees. Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a deep breath in through the nose right here. And exhale. Pull as deep as inhale. Perhaps you bring opposite hands to opposite elbows and shake your head yes and no and sway side to side. Exhale, navel towards the spine. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Coming back to center, back to stillness, we have one more little mini flow to work through that is going to open our hips and strengthen our legs. So releasing your hands from your elbows, next breath in, rise up to a flat back. Breath out, you're going to plant your fingertips on the earth, and you're going to step your left foot back, and we're going to set up for Bhagirathasana 2, Warrior 2. So you want your right heel to be in line, and you've got it, with the arch of the left foot. That is perfect. That is beautiful. Next breath in, bend into that right knee, cartwheel your arms out and up, and breath out, we land in our Bhagirathasana 2, Warrior 2 posture. So your gaze is over your right middle finger. You're reaching long through both of your arms, so like you're trying to touch both sides of the room. You should be able to see your right big toe. So right knee is stacked over right ankle. Keep your shoulders soft. Soften your face and jaw. Take a deep breath in here. Breath out, sink down into that right knee. Take another breath in, tuck the tailbone forward and up. Breath out, extended side angle. So softly rest the right arm, forearm, on the right leg, and reach the left fingertips straight up over the left ear. Take a deep breath in through the nose right here. Breath out, maybe you sink down more deeply into that right knee. Take another breath in through the nose. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. Exhale, straighten the right leg, extend the right fingertips down, and raise the left fingertips up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. So see if you can keep from dumping into that right arm. So trying to keep your right hand lightly resting wherever it is. You can also use a block here. You can have a block to gently rest your right hand on. Take a deep breath in, reach through the left fingertips. Breath out, float all 10 fingertips down towards the earth. Raise the left heel up, bending the right knee, and we're going to make our way into our pigeon pose. So, right knee is bent in between the hands. Sole of the right foot is back towards the hips. So I mentioned hip openers are the way to prepare for our lovely peak posture. Take a deep breath in. Work to see if you can press the left hip down towards the earth. You can always have something underneath of the hips if your hips are not down all the way. Breath out, also spinning that left shoulder forward towards the short edge of the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose, breathing out through the crown of the head. Breath out, walk your hands forward and stack one palm on top of the other. Let the forehead rest on the backs of the hands. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, navel to spine. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, navel to spine. Next inhale, we're going to rise our gaze up. Plant your hands on either side of your right knee. Chin in towards the chest as you rise all the way back up. And then breath out. Curl the back toes. Hinge the hips however you can get there. We're making our way to our lovely downward facing dog. And so all of that on the other side. Next breath in, you're going to bend the left knee, draw it in towards your nose, round your spine, shoulders over the wrists, and then breath out, you're going to step your left foot in between your hands, however you can get it there. So same other side. We're going to come into our heel to arch alignment, setting up for our Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So left heel should be in line with the arch of the right foot at a 45-degree angle. So left foot in front, right foot in back. Inhale, bend into that left knee, cartwheel your arms out and up, exhale. Warrior 2. So now you can see, as using me as an example, you can see what it looks like from the back side. Take a deep breath in, gazes over that left middle finger. See if you can see your left big toe. So you want your left knee, to be stacked over your left ankle. Tailbone is tucked up, shoulders are soft. Breath out, soften your face and jaw and sink down into that left knee. Fullest, deepest inhale here. Beautiful work. Exhale to stay. Take another breath in. Breath out, extended side angle. So remember, we want to try to keep that left arm lightly resting on the left leg. And we want the shoulders down the back. Take a full breath in, reach through the right fingertips, press down through the knife edge of your right foot. Breath out to stay. Take one more breath in here. And breath out, Trikonasana, triangle pose. So straightening the left leg, extending the left fingertips forward and down, and right fingertips up. And of course, you can always rest your left hand on your block. So you want your left fingertips to be light. That's how you strengthen or help to strengthen through the legs. Breath in, float the right fingertips up a little higher. Tuck the tailbone forward. Breath out to stay. Take one more breath in. Breath out, float those right fingertips forward and down. So low runner's lunge as you breathe in, bending into that left knee, turning that right heel up, and then yes, breath out. We're going to make our way to pigeon pose. So pigeon pose is a little more strenuous for me on this side. So I'm going to place my block under my hips, letting your hands frame your front knee. Work to press the right shoulder and the right hip forward and or down, depending on which part of the body we're talking about here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Imagine that string coming out through the crown of the head, up towards the sky. And then breath out. We recline down. So letting the forehead rest on stacked palms. Perhaps you stack opposite palm on top of this time. Perhaps you do not. That is entirely your choice. Wherever you are, see if you can keep the press of the right hip forward and down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another breath in through the nose. And exhale. Next, inhale, we let our gaze come up, frame our front knee with both palms, chin in towards the chest, rising the gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale, we're going to curl the back toes. We're going to move our block out of the way if it's still there. And we're going to hinge the hips and we're going to make our way back to our downward facing dog. This is our last visit to our downward facing dog, so perhaps you take a moment to pedal your knees, pedal your feet, bend your knees, shake your head, yes and no, sway your torso side to side. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another breath in here. And breath out. We are mentally preparing ourselves to balance in our peak pose, our tree pose. Take a deep breath in. And breath out. Come back to center, back to stillness. Tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears, pressing firmly through the four corners of the palms. Grip the mat with the finger pads. Inhale, gaze up in between your hands. And then exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Big toes touch or feet are hip distance. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up. Palms touch up top. Tuck the tailbone up. And then exhale, palms land at heart center. Readjusting your clothing as I seem to need to do this evening, if necessary. Tucking your tailbone up towards your belly button. Lifting up and spreading out through your toes as you press down through the four corners of your feet. And let your shoulders, face, and jaw be soft, stacking your head and neck over your torso. Releasing your palms down to hang by your hips. Next inhale, you're going to put all of your weight into your right leg. Bend the left knee, draw it up towards the heart. And then as you exhale, you're going to place the sole of the left foot somewhere above or below the left knee or the right knee. So I did this beautifully at home earlier, naturally. So I am going to just use my foot as a kickstand. You look beautiful. Take a deep breath in, tuck the tailbone up wherever you are in the pose. Breath out, shrug the shoulders down the back. So you have the option to let your hands hang down by your hips. Finding a gaze point, so just finding a spot to stare at. Also, sometimes helps with balance. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Float your fingertips up towards the sky if you dare. And exhale, touch your palms and let them land at heart center. And you can always just stay completely still and just let your hands hang down. To come out of the posture with your fingertips floating down towards the earth, if you have them somewhere else. Take a deep breath in, draw the left knee up towards the left shoulder, and then breath out. We place our left big toe to meet our right. Close your eyes down for just a moment and breathe into what you feel. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, navel to spine. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, take another breath in here. And exhale to release, flutter your eyes open, pressing down firmly through that left foot. Find your drishti, your gaze point first. That may help with balance. Giving a soft bend in the left knee, tuck the tailbone up, shoulders are soft. Put all of your weight in your left foot. As you inhale, draw that right knee up towards the right shoulder. And then exhale, making your way to your version of your tree pose. See if we can laugh. It makes the whole experience much better. Take a deep breath in wherever you are. Do not be ashamed to use that right foot as a kickstand. That challenges my balance in itself. Exhale to stay. Take another breath in through the nose, tucking your tailbone forward and up. And exhale, perhaps your hands hang down by your hips. And then you inhale and float your fingertips up. Palms touch together. Maybe, maybe not. Exhale, palms land at heart center. Release your hands down by your hips. Inhale, bend the right knee. Draw it in towards your chest. And then exhale, making your way back to your Tadasana, mountain pose. Beautiful work. Taking a moment, one last time, to rest one hand on your heart, other hand on your belly. Closing your eyes down. Let your shoulders be soft down your back. Soften your face and jaw. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, navel to spine. Take another breath in here, knowing no matter what, you are strong and sturdy, just like a tree. And exhale, take one last breath in here. And breath out. We flutter our eyes open. Make your way about halfway back in the middle of your mat. And come to have a seat. Sitting all the way down on the earth. You can also sit on something if you prefer. Bringing the flesh of the bum out from underneath of you. If your hips are all the way down, you're going to bring your soles of your feet to touch. So for our lovely butterfly pose, take a deep breath in, grow long in the spine, shoulders down the back. So we're imagining that string coming out of the crown of our head once again. And then exhale, perhaps you lean forward, perhaps you do not. So we're going to be here for just a couple of breaths. So you may want to, if you have access to them, if you're watching this as a video, if you have access to them, you may want to place blocks under your knees. Fullest, deepest inhale, keeping your spine nice and soft here. And then exhale, navel to spine. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale, chin in towards the chest. Inhale, we come all the way back up. Remove your blocks out from under your knees if you have them. And then exhale, fly your butterfly. So bounce your knees up and down here. So this is another, of course, really nice way to open up the hips. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Bring the hands on the outsides of the knees, drawing your knees together. Straighten your legs, and we're going to come into Dandasana, staff pose. bringing the flesh of the bum. I always have to readjust all of that once again. And that gets all of the backside. So everything is touching down with the earth, gets it really pressed down even further. Going long and tall in the spine. Take a deep breath in. Float your fingertips forward out in front of you. Breath out, you're going to shrug your shoulders down and back into their sockets. Fullest, deepest inhale here. Breath out. We're going to lay down on purpose. So we're laying down as slowly as we can. If you have a block, keep it close to you. And you can absolutely not use the block, but if you have one, keep it close to you. And once you get all the way down onto your back, bend your knees, soles of the feet on the earth, gently tucking your tailbone up toward your belly button. Let your shoulders be soft down your back. Soften your face and jaw. Bringing your arms into a T or a goalpost shape. And you're going to bump your hips off to the left. Let your knees fall to the right, so our reclined spinal twist. Take a deep breath in through the nose right here. Breath out, you're going to let your gaze come over towards that left hand. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Next breath in, you're going to draw that top knee, so that's your left knee, over even more towards the right. So it's kind of staggered with the bottom knee. And then breath out, you're going to draw your right foot towards your left hand and see if you can grab a hold of that right foot with the left hand. You may not be able to grab a hold of it. That is totally okay. You can just keep your arm out to the side and just do it muscularly without the use of hands and feet. Next breath in, you're going to rest the right hand on the outside of the left knee. And then breath out, you're going to see if you can re-bring your gaze over towards the left. So this is our lovely cat pulling its tail. This is actually a yin posture, but it's really great in a yang practice as well. Take one more breath in here. And exhale. Next breath in, we're going to release all of this and make our way back through center. Breath out, bring your hips into center. Let your knees touch, feet as wide as your mat, arms extended wide or in a goalpost shape. And we're going to come into some windshield wipers here. So just letting your knees fall from side to side. Breathing into what you feel. And coming back to center, back to stillness. We're going to do all of that on the other side. So bringing your knees and feet to touch once again, keeping your arms right where they are. Next breath in, bump your hips off to the right. Breath out, let your knees fall to the left. So our lovely reclined spinal twist. Fullest, deepest inhale, let your gaze come over towards your right hand. And exhale to stay. Take another breath in here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, we're going to draw that right knee even more over to the left. So the top knee comes even more over to the left. Breath out, we're going to draw the left foot towards the right hand. And perhaps you grab a hold of it, or perhaps you do not. Next breath in, we're going to rest that left hand on the outside of the right knee. So that gives it a little extra weight to bring a deeper twist into your middle and lower spine. Exhale, perhaps your gaze comes more off to the right. Perhaps it does not. Take a full breath in through the nose. And exhale. Next inhale, we're going to release all of that. Make your way back through center with your hips. And then exhale, release. Soles of the feet on the earth, knees are bent. So this next little movement, positioning we're going to do, is really great with a block. But if you have any lower back sensitivity, I do not recommend using the block. So if you think you have enough space in your lower back, grab a hold of your block. Inhale, raise your hips up, and then exhale, you're going to place your hips onto the block on its lowest setting. So you're in a supported bridge pose. So the block is on its flat setting under your hips. Shoulders are soft down the back. Chin is in towards the chest. Next breath in, we're going to float the soles of the feet up towards the sky. And then breath out, we're going to take just a moment for our body to adjust, to get used to the feeling of being in this inverted position. So this position is really nice if you have a lot of feet and leg swelling issues. So if you have a lot of issues with fluid building up in your lower extremities, it's a really great way to counteract that, and it's very simple. And if you don't like doing it this way, if you're at home, you can always do it by finding a wall and just simply pressing your legs up against the wall. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another breath in here. Breath out, stay right where you are, or if you have the space in your lower back, slowly lower your straightened legs down and let your feet rest on the earth. Now, another option here is instead of straightening your legs, you can always have your knees bent and soles of the feet on the earth and come back into that supported bridge pose. You can also, instead of lowering straightened legs, you can also bend the knees, place the soles of the feet on the earth, and then straighten your legs out, maybe one at a time. So it's a really great way to open up those frontal hip flexors. So we did a lot of hip opening stuff this evening. We got into our hips a lot. We did a lot of leg strengthening in preparation for our tree pose. So this is a really nice way to end off from all that work that we just did. Take a deep breath in to expand. Exhale, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest inhale. Send your inhales metaphorically into your hip flexors. So feeling your hip flexors expand as you breathe in. And exhale, take another breath in through the nose. And exhale, navel to spine. So if you have the space and you'd like to open up more here for your final Shavasana, you can stay right where you are. Otherwise, take a breath in, bend the knees, soles of the feet on the earth. Rise your hips up. Breath out, you're going to remove your block off to the side. Let the hips float down to the earth. Extend your legs long, and maybe even your arms nice and wide. For your final Shavasana, your final resting pose. Letting all of this work you just did melt down into the earth. Just come into full rest here. Every time your mind wanders, as it inevitably will, bring your full attention back to your breath. Slowly beginning once again to deepen your breath. Wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. Taking a long body stretch. Windshield wipering knees or feet are really great ways to help to gently reawaken your physical body. And then as you are ready, making your way up to a comfortable seated position. And one last time before we finish, close your eyes down. Find length in your spine. Let your shoulders be soft down your back. Soften your face and jaw. And then just simply notice. So notice what you're feeling. Notice what you are leaving your class with this evening. And just breathe into what you notice. And as we walk off of our mats and out into the world, hopefully we can maintain this strength and stability, this stubborn hard-headedness, if you will, to help us to be strong and stable. Determination. Determination is a great word. Bringing your palms to touch at heart center, bowing your chin in towards your chest. Deepest gratitude to our bodies and our breath to be able to move, breathe, and practice in this way, in this space, and with each other. Deepest gratitude to ourselves for showing up. That is always half the battle. Bring your thumbs to touch at your third eye center, the space in between your eyebrows. And may all sentient beings everywhere experience full love and peace. Namaste. Thank you, thank you.